One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to University Stadium, home of the Lobos of the University of New Mexico in Albuquerque. And the Lobos will kick it away first. From inside the 10, here he comes. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He will score! Touchdown, Louisiana! He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
He'll bring it out. It's Miller. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. So the New Mexico Lobos offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. And, David, they've got a guy in the backfield that certainly is capable of carrying more than his share of the weight in this offensive attack.
Yeah, he's a piece, but I would argue this, Reese. Like, you need to get the ground game going. For this offense to be successful, they need a physical tone setter, and he can be that, sometimes up, sometimes down. They need that consistently, Jesse.
They need him to show up when it matters the most, and there's going to be times in this game like we've seen throughout his career when the defense wants to take away wide receivers or players on the perimeter, and that's when this guy has to show up and shine. He's got vision, he's got cutting ability, he's got speed, but that's got to be on display in this game.
Working the big fella to the corner. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that, you got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. Wants to throw again. Pulls it in. It's Miller. Let's talk a little bit about New Mexico. Biggest problem for schools that aren't the traditional powerhouses, getting the bodies they need, especially on the defensive front. And, David, they got a good one out of high school last week.
It's so nice to get a three-star defensive line. A guy like that's got some size, that's got some potential. Again, you want to rotate those guys as much as possible, keep them fresh. This guy could be a player down the road.
Looking to throw on third. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
You got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages, by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Lobos! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. The extra point here would tie the game.
And how do you not love the guts of this offense? Fourth down, it's just another down, and what do? Stay aggressive, throw the football down the field, make the big play, get the big touchdown.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So the Louisiana Raging Cajuns offense has the ball for the first time. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games.
There he goes. Got enough for the first. Oh, and what a move. What a juke, and he makes it past the marker. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Let's go. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Buys a little extra time. Pulls it in. Oh, there's an alley to the left. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
Well, you can see the effect that last run play had on the defense. They had a really good-looking run, and all of a sudden they come back with play action. Everybody bites. They play downhill, and it opens up a guy up top for the offense. Really nice job setting up that shot play to get an explosive one through the air.
And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. On the ground. And this offense hoped to just run it in, and the defense was having none of it. No gain. Ball remains at the 2. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
Here he comes with the return. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Let's see what the Lobos offense has dialed up this time. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. He leaves it with his back. Can't get it to the ground. It's that hole for 4 and gets it out to the 16. The Lobos want to pick up the tempo.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Makes the grab. It's Miller. Oh, he's got some space. Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. At the 30. He's at the 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, New Mexico. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. On the run, it's Clay. Past the sticks and still on his feet. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. To the ground, he's got it again. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. The Raging Cajuns with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Motion from the wideout. Trying play action. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Trying to make magic with his feet. His defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain. And the Raging Cajuns have it with a 1st and 10. The running back has it. Picks up the 1st down. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Nice move. Creates some space. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
And you don't see that often where you're running a screen and you're featuring the running back and setting it up, but you go elsewhere. It's a nice job by the offense, nice job by the quarterback in particular, seeing the defense, saying, I can make a play somewhere else, and he goes and does it.
Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Off the play fake. Steps away. Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
2nd and short is a great situation to be in. And look at him. He drops back to pass the football. He doesn't have to throw the football. He wants to be aggressive, but he can just take off and scramble. Doesn't have to take a chance. Great being ahead of the sticks.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cajuns.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Louisiana, 21. New Mexico, 14.
The returner's going to try to see what he can get. He'll be forced out of bounds at his 21-yard line. Not the best field position you could ask for, but they'll get it started there. We will get another look at this New Mexico offense. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Fighting off the defender. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Lobos in a good spot here with 2nd and short.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Rides the back on the option to give. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. The Lobos moving quickly to the line. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the 1st down. Breaks into the open. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. 1st down here for the offense. Wants to go up top on 1st down. That's reeled in. It's Jackson. Just keeps moving. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
This offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
Snagged in the middle, it's McKinney. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. Unloads to the wideout. And the 3rd down pass incomplete after a good deflection by the defense. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. He'll try to knock it through from 38 yards out. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. That'll bring him to within 4. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. And he'll bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Motion from the wide receiver. To the air, it's Daniels. It's complete to the left. Crosses the 45. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
Defense just has to do a better job in coverage, guys. They did a great job taking away the quarterback's initial primary target, but then they left that guy completely wide open. Somebody busted on the back end.
Quick completion on the out route. Couldn't quite get the huge play on that one, but he goes out of bounds at the 37.
Another first down. Man, this defense couldn't stop a nosebleed right now. It's that bad.
The Raging Cajuns have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Showing the arm strength down the left side. Makes a grab for a big play. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Raging Cajuns.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, looks like you've got a great atmosphere today in Albuquerque. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at University Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. And the Raging Cajuns will kick it away to crank up the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Let's see what the Lobos offense has in store. They come out now down by 2 possessions, 28-17, and hoping to use this drive to draw closer. And the Lobos racing to the line in the hurry-up. Toss sweep to the right. And this one will be stopped for no gain. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Caught in the backfield, it's Jackson. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Now facing a 3rd and long.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able.
Time to take a shot. Got it in stride inside the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Lobos! If this dude were a kitchen knife, you would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways.
And the defense comes up with a sack, but I think that penalty flag is going to wipe it out, and it's going to be a 1st down for the offense. Defense in the neutral zone.
New Mexico, 23.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the offense onto the field. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. Back to the ground game on the left. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Byers on the move. Finds a man by himself. Turning it on. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Right on the money. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to it.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Louisiana.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
Let's see what he can do with the return. Makes a move. Got a little room. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space. Great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Louisiana has it back in the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They'll run play action. On the run, still looking. He'll pull it down and run. There he goes. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking for a man. It's Daniels. He'll try to do it himself. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for this season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big gain. He does it again. He's got the knack for just understanding when to throw it, when to take off and run. You saw it right there.
He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there. Now on second down, give to the running back. He has the first and still on his feet.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
That's the end of the period. It's Louisiana in the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Touchdown, Cajuns! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They put up another score here in the fourth, and they are well on their way to an 11-1 regular season. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd.
New Mexico.
Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
Now New Mexico will go back to work on offense. Looking downfield on first down. Gonna take a shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Looking to fire. Unloads to the right. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. Bringing it back. Touchdown, New Mexico. How about that D making the play and lining up the board and swinging some momentum in their favor.
How fast did this game just change? Offense in the lead with the football looking great. Defense makes the big play. We've got ourselves a ball game now.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, a couple of ACC teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. East Carolina is down, but they are not out of it. Not there inside Dowdy-Ficklen Stadium. One of the more enjoyable places to watch a game in all of college football. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to Charlotte.
They'll try the run.
Any big changes in this ACC clash, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Now the play fake. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Snagged out of the air. At the 40, there he goes. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. Whole situation changed after that last big play. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 39. Short throw to the sideline, picks up just a little.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. The crowd elevating its energy, willing this defense to get a stop on this big 3rd down. Keeps looking downfield. Throwing on the run. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks.
And how about this offense, man? They put the ball in the hands of the guy they trust the most. 4th down, needed conversion. You're wanting to salt this clock away. You want this game to end with you guys possessing the football. Big 4th down conversion.
This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This drive was clicking along, but now it's 2nd and 14. They'll move the wide receiver. Dropping back, it's Daniels. Moves away as he feels pressure. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Looking to the big tight end. And the defense getting a hand in there on 3rd down. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Right down the boulevard.
And that was an important kick here in the 4th quarter, man. You want to take that touchdown lead, make them have to go the length of the field and score a TD. Nice execution by this offense. Nice job trusting your kicker.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Smith. And the returner will be brought down. Let's see what the Lobos offense has dialed up this time. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. Give to the back. Makes a man miss. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. He's up to 55 yards rushing and getting ever closer to that 1,200-yard mark. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Runs through a tackle. Got room at the 35. Flying down the left side. Running inside the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Lobos!
Got to give this team credit, guys, because good teams find ways to win games. I know they were their favorite coming into this one, but they get the touchdown when they need it. You got to convert the 2-point play to tie this thing up. There's still time left at the end of this game, but you feel like the momentum is now back on their side.
Pocket breaking down. And he will be sacked. And here in the 4th quarter, they were trying to tie it, and they cannot. On the run from inside his own 5. He's got great speed. Oh, what vision. He's going to get loose. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Raging Cajuns.
I'll tell you, you're lucky if you're watching a college football game and you see one return for a touchdown. That's now his 2nd of the game. This guy is absolutely lethal. He's shown you his open field running ability. He's shown you his speed. I'll be shocked if anybody kicks his way the rest of this game and the rest of the season.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Throws to the tight end. Got him, and nobody's close. Oh, he's got some space. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't.
Beck's going for the goal line. Touchdown, New Mexico! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Yeah, and that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. And right now, you still have a 2-point lead, David, but you have to be aggressive.
And don't let that scare you, right? You've been executing offensively. You still got the lead, Jesse. No need to panic.
Yeah, and this is where your leaders on offense really have to step up. They got to keep everybody calm and make sure everyone's on the same page here on this drive.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. On second down, let's see if they go right back to the run and put this game on ice. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the quarterback will just drop to a knee. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game right at the end.